So yeah, it reveals collectibles, challenges, side missions, and so on and so forth. I do not need them. I have found all the backpacks, I have done all the crimes, I have done pretty much everything the game has to offer. I'm missing like 4 secret photo ops. We'll see the actual photo ops later. There's not a scratch on that suit, Peter. It's as fresh as the day it was made.
You do get a damaged suit, in case you want to wear it for some reason. I'm glad they gave us that option, personally. But you do have a damaged suit at this point. Yeah, let's put it on. Because this is kind of the reveal for the original suit that they made for this game. And I'm going to sit here, I'm going to be honest with you, we're going to see it in a moment probably. Actually, we're not. Because it is going to reflect the suit you put on for that cutscene, because this is a new game plus. I don't like it. I don't like the advanced suit. I see what they were trying to do. I just don't think it works. I think the white kind of stands out. I don't like how the designs are laid out for it, personally. They were trying to mimic kind of like athletic sportswear and stuff. I don't like it. I don't think it's good. Other people like it. Hey, it's your business.
I'm kind of middle of the road on it. I don't particularly love it. I don't dislike it or hate it in any way. I like how modern and sporty it is. But, you know, if given the chance, I'll just put on Last Stand.
I mean, we already have, again, the option is there. Maybe you really like the advanced suit. It's there. You can change it whenever you want to all the various different suits, so it's not really like a deal breaker.
No. It speaks well of Insomniac, by the way, to be like, hey, we don't mind if you change suits, that's why we put a bunch of them in the game, instead of being like, no, you have to use our suit, because that's how modern, AAA games work.
Now, which suit are you going to use for this cutscene? That's what I want to know.
I gotta give it its due, man.
Fair enough. Alright, we have to see it how it is originally intended. But again, it does change based on the suit you have on at the time. And they look great in motion, with this cutscene.
I am kind of breaking the time-space continuum now, because, spoilers, Otto is the one who helps you design the suit, and he's not aware you're Spider-Man yet.
Is he? I mean, it might be a little obvious, but... Also, Peter kind of wears the same shirts I wear, so I really feel that kindred spirit with the character.
Well, if Harry Potter ever gets, a Spider-Man AU, you're in the gold, mate.
I'll be honest with you, if I was a superhero, I probably would need a Kamen Rider suit. That would be, my first choice of a superpower, or a stand, admittedly. But Kamen Rider suit is probably safer.
I mean, we were talking about how Spider-Man kind of inspired Sentai and whatnot. It actually had a crossover with Kamen Rider.
That's true, actually. So, I want to see... No, I don't remember this particular magazine, actually, as a side note. But I do want to see a Kamen Rider do, a crossover with Marvel Comics. Maybe, a special miniseries. Maybe... Kamen Riders in town, because maybe AIM and Shocker are working together, and, of course, Captain America can be on the scene, because Shocker are Nazis, basically. So it would be fucking cool to see them working together, actually. I hope they do that one of these days.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Admittedly, Peter kind of fucking walked into this. I would not have done this at the lab, come on.
I would have at least locked the door.
Yeah, lock the door. Hey, I'm doing science in here.
Oh my god. You're the guy who makes Spider-Man sue.
And that's his explanation.
I don't
well, Otto thinks he's the guy who designs all Spider-Man's gadgets and whatnot. Or does he?
It's almost as if we know he's gonna go down the path we all expect him to go.
Otto is a smart man. Even if he has his, deficiencies here and there, physically speaking even, which is a really neat twist for the game, which we'll find out more about later, he's not stupid. He figured it out instantly, and he's just he's solving Peter's ego here. He's giving him an out, because he loves Spider-Man and he believes in the work Spider-Man does.
And it's little moments like this that, with how the game develops, really just make the final bits kind of tragic between the two.
It's so good.
No, it's fantastic for story and character development. And as we get to that point, I do kind of want to explain what I want in Spider-Man 2 as a story, because Otto is a very complex character in this game, and that's why I love his relationship between him and Peter. It works great, and I have ideas for what I want to see in the next game, based on what happens in this one.
I gotta say, man, like we mentioned, not my favorite suit. It looks dope in the game. Hi, Miles. Bye, Miles, by the way.
Yeah, like, it looks better in motion, although it's funny, because if you were to take this suit and you were to make it mostly black, interesting. Oh, well, never mind.
I'm sporty, I'm modern, I'm basically living in the 2000s right now.
Yeah. So when are you gonna change your suit back?
Now.
Alright, what's your speed this time?
Pick a number between 1 and 20.
11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Spider-Punk.
Oh, good thing I picked that number. I actually meant 10. Yes.
Well, sorry. We're gonna stick with this suit for the time being. Oh, the DLC is now open. I didn't actually realize you could play it this early, but
yeah, cause especially since it sort of takes place after the events of the main game, so yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit weird actually. Maybe an oversight, but whatever, it's not a deal breaker. We will be covering the DLC. I'm just gonna save it until we're done with the main game.
Yeah, I mean, I paid fucking $25 for it. No, make no mistake, I don't regret buying the DLC. As you know, I'm picky as shit. I do have a lot of problems with when games do kind of cut out content and make that available as DLC. Obviously made it alongside it. I didn't like paying $25 for it, but at the same time, it wasn't terrible. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was more Spider-Man. They obviously clearly cut it out. I much prefer if they work on it as time goes on, like with what Nintendo is doing, with the various Smash Brothers DLC content. But I don't know, I guess it's just the nature of the beast.
I think they've been alerted, Helldragon.
Yeah, you can actually stealth through this. I don't recommend it because maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's supposed to work this way. But I swear to God, I do a absolutely perfect stealth run on a base, and then they just fucking come out anyway. And when you're lower level and don't have your abilities, these can actually be pretty hard, especially if you're not familiar with the game, because they can and will kick your ass. But once you kind of get it down pat, they actually become pretty fun to a point where I was just like, fucking, I'm not stealthing these guys. I'm just going to kick the shit out of all of them.
Alright, here comes Wave 2. I will say, one thing I don't really care for in regards to the bases and whatnot, is you can do a perfect stealth like Helldragon said, but Wave 2 will start anyway, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they should have given you the ability to maybe make the first wave harder to stealth, but if you do it, you don't have to do the other waves. I don't know why. Ultimately, this kind of come back down to a beat up everybody challenge, which I didn't mind too much, again, once I got used to it. The combat is fun, and having more powers does make it more manageable, but some of the bases later on get fucking ridiculous, let me tell you what.
Indeed. Let's try out a new suit mod. Let's see, we've got suit powers over here. How do I actually get to that? I'm not entirely sure.
Just click on the suit again.
Oh, you click on the suit again.
Yeah, and then just back out of it, do like the circle, and it should get you, there you go, yeah.
I'm an idiot, apparently. So yeah, this is Spider-Punk's thing, Rocker. It's basically a shockwave and whatnot. Oh god!
Yeah.
It's okay. In the course of being rebellious and whatnot, you will take your lumps. Booyah! Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, you definitely want to throw back those grenades as quick as you can. It is neat because you can throw them back, you can catch rockets and throw them back. So, like I said, you do have a lot of options, for handling the various combat encounters. So, play however you want. There's, definitely whatever you can do here.
I would say the baton guys are my least favorite enemy type, at least of like the base game and whatnot, because gotta be honest, I like mashing the buttons sometimes, and those guys, they do not like liking Spider-Man.
I'm not sure about the baton guys, they're not too bad. I'd probably have to say the enemies I hate the most in the base game are probably, again, the brutes, just because they're annoying to deal with. Chain Gun Charlie in the fucking DLC, you know, the birds with the Gatling guns, those are the most annoying enemies in those, you know, DLC contents.
You need to get swung. Goodbye. Yeah. I'm in the flow.
I personally would also recommend, just as a general gameplay tip, definitely use your finishers on the weapon guys, because you can easily take care of them that way. The normal grunts that don't have weapons, don't worry too much about those. You can combo those pretty easy.
I'm already kind of growing tired of Spider-Punk. Let's change the suit and whatnot. What do you fancy, mate? Pick another number.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go for 14.
Alright, that was 11. 12, 13, 14.
Okay. This is his stealthy big-time suit. Got a lot of Tron lines going on here. It doesn't look terrible, but at the same time, there are other suits I just like more.
Should probably change this back to Web Blossom as well. I'm not going to show off like all the mod powers and whatnot. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, and again, Web Blossom or Spider-Bear are pretty much the ones you want most of the game, simply because they're so damn good.
We got rockets in this bitch, so I'm going to have to be very careful.
And also toss those grenades back, because if you do get hit by them, they are going to distort your vision. That can mess you up.
Do you have any information on the big time suit? It's not an arc I'm familiar with.
Let's see, I believe with the big time suit he had to use to take down... Where is my General Marvel wiki? Here it is. I think it was when he had to deal with Kingpin one time. Let me see what I can pull up.
There you go. It's really easy when you're max level, guys.
That's true. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do Spider-Man big time. I've got to Google it.
Oh no. I do love, like, the emerald green set against the black, though. It's very nice. Very spider-like, if you will.
Okay, so it was apparently part of a storyline during, I think, yeah, after they went ahead and... I'm just gonna summary really quick. Oh, it's the storyline that took place during Brand New Day, which was the aftermath of the status quo altering One More Day storyline.
Yeah. I'm not even particularly adept with, like, my knowledge in regards to that arc. I just know it's kind of reviled.
Yeah, I mean, and please don't make fun of me here. I did watch Linkar's review of the event. I can see why he doesn't like it. It is kind of shit, I'm going to be honest with you, but again, that's my problem with comics, because there's so many different writers, so many different stories, the characters never really change, you can't do what's best for them in terms of their character development, it has problems. So, and One More Day is a huge example of that.
Alright, up is your camera, then you go in with L2 and Kablamzo, Empire State Building. And this can also get you landmark tokens and whatnot. Suits and such basically require certain amounts of tokens to unlock. It can be base tokens, it can be landmark tokens, it can be backpack tokens. If you actually get all the backpack tokens, you can unlock this suit. If I scroll down here, I'll find it eventually, don't you worry. Is this it? Nope, that's Last Stand. Here it is, the homemade suit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great reward, admittedly. I mean, collecting the backpacks is fun, and I know this was from the movie Homecoming. Meh? I mean, you need your first suit. Oh, here's the introduction of Martin Lee, who is another great character in this game.
Yes.
Because based on who he is, I don't know a lot about him from the comics, so it was interesting to see how they develop him in this game. And again, it also ties to the themes in this story about helping people, being responsible, things like that. And I'll try to kind of explain my shitty analysis of the themes in this game a little better, but they all play out really well, I believe, and really contribute to making this story as good as it is.
For sure. I mean, it was kind of inspired to, like, have Peter and May essentially run a centre for the homeless, because we always, like, hear about Peter loving his city and whatnot, but beyond doing the obvious of Spider-Man, he's not really got any extracurricular stuff going on. But yeah, this just, it ties it together, it makes it cohesive, it knits the whole thing together. Oh, there is a crimer happening.
I mean, again, you have no reason to do them. You can just swing by. Sorry, I got all the suits. Bye.
Oh no, the landlord, the biggest villain.
This is about the rent. Mr. Parker, it's
I'm coming. Is the crime still ongoing? Yes, it is.
Coming to pay my rent. Give me a second. See, that's the thing. In this game, he doesn't work for the Bugle. He works for Otto, and basically Otto's, various grant monies, they do pay him, and because of the difficulties they have been having, and also Parker's, kind of difficulty in meeting other needs due to being Spider-Man, it makes paying that rent a little hard for that. And I will say, I know earlier you were saying, like, oh, you can't really be Spider-Man without a little bit of suffering. The fucker does suffer quite a bit in this game. And it's not like... It's not the bad... Okay, well, all suffering is bad. But it's not the kind of suffering where it's like, just doing drama for the sake of it. It's not putting him through the ringer. These are real problems with real consequences based on his choices, and they make them feel all the much more real and impactful as a result.
Yeah, for sure, mate, for sure. I'm not going after all the towers, but if I see one, my OCD compels me, nay, demands that I unlock it.
Just looks at the sky as God is my witness.
I've got another crime, but the story is grokking, I must go!
Sorry, Mr. Lee, I gotta go punch some people in the face.
I mean, Daredevil can handle this, he's in Hell's Kitchen giving it all this. Spoilers, he is actually not. But there are various landmarks you can actually find, like Foggy Nelson's gym and so on.
Speaking of other Spider-Man video games, we are speaking of them now. I've decided to segue into that topic. I have done my time with a few of them besides this game. One I especially remember that you may remember the AVGN covered was Spider-Man 2 for Game Boy, which is a fucking awful game. I actually have played it before seeing the episode as a kid, so I know it's bad. Other games are obviously, another more well-known Spider-Man games are the Spider-Man games on PS1. Those were very well-liked. They have a lot of good things for the time. They actually tried to justify why there was PS1 fog in that game, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh, God.
There's also, and I've played this game, actually, X-Men Mutant Academy, which were, of all things, an X-Men fighting game, but in the sequel, I believe, Spider-Man was actually a secret character you can unlock, which I thought was pretty neat.
Huh. Speaking of Marvel games recently announced, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. How do you feel about that?
I liked Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. It's simple, butt-mashy combat, but it feels satisfying. Deadpool's actually really fun in the second game. So it is kind of interesting to see a third one. I don't know what they're going to do. I want them to be a little bit more... because it was very butt-mashy, like I said. Your party members didn't really feel like they were doing much. You could level them up. It was simple, but enjoyable. It's not like an amazing game, but I did like playing them. And I do like how Feast here is so fleshed out. You can actually see a lot of stuff on the walls. You can talk to people about these people having their various problems and how the shelter has been helping them out. And again, it really adds to the atmosphere, especially considering the characters we are going to meet and how they develop over the course of the game. It's just that little bit of world building that really helps.
For sure, mate, for sure. I'll examine this office more later. It is Aunt May's office. Also a great character in the game.
We all have our various versions of Aunt May. I like this Aunt May better than the one from the 90s series. For example, this one is a lot more active, a little younger, admittedly, but still a very memorable May-type character.
I think the Aunt May in the 90s cartoon was a bit of a cunt, honestly.
Yeah, she was a very, very traditional kind of spinster sort of deal. I like this one a lot better. It's a lot more authentic and realistic, I think. But no, she's pretty good in this game. I like, and like you said earlier, outside of one person, I don't really have a character I dislike in this game. All of them are kind of fleshed out in interesting ways.
Where are you, May? Alright, I wasn't here for May, I was here for Martin Lee. Oopsie doopsie. Look at him counting these boxes. Forever counting boxes until I hit triangle. Not even noticing my presence.
Amazon sent us 40 boxes again. I don't even know what are in these.
Peter, do you know why there's 50 Spider-Man replica masks in here? No reason. Why did you have to charge for Feast? We're a fucking homeless shelter. Peter, these people won't be able to eat now.
Don't worry, it's a government grant. It's fine.
I see. Charge it to the government.
I like Martin Lee a lot in this game as well, and like I said, as we go through, We are going to learn more about him and why he does certain thing he does, but I thought he was, again, a great character in this game that I kind of wish they gave him more dimension compared to, say, like Otto. Not that he's a bad character, I just wish they kind of spent even more time on him.
Yeah.
To kind of make him... I mean, listen, it's... In a story like this, some stuff has to be underdeveloped, admittedly. Because the big core of this game is Peter's relationship with Otto. And that takes center stage for a reason. You know, we want the story to focus on that. So as a result, other stuff does kind of have to be underplayed. But I kind of wish they spent a little more time on Martin as well.
God, the comedy in this game is actually really nice. I appreciate it. Also, May, peripheral vision much? Lack thereof?
Yeah, she's old. It's fine.
Her hair is still her natural color. Also, I didn't realize she was a redhead.
You helping me through college and
depending on which comics you read, yeah.
Sacrificing so much and
you want that Aunt May spy movie? Do you want that to happen?
I don't want trouble to happen, that's for sure.
5 years ago,
do not want no trouble.
And told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me.
Everyone looks and acts so goddamn good in this game. I want to hug them.
Now, a lot of these guys are motion captured. The actor who plays Martin Lee, he's on Twitter, so seeing his legit face as him on Twitter is kind of nuts, actually.
A little bit. It's like, oh my god, is he planning another crime spree? No, he's just tweeting about Doge.
May's always told me if you help someone,
you help everyone.
That's the famous Aunt May
Maybe
catchphrase.
we should send May to City Hall.
With great power, something, I don't know. You know, he doesn't actually say that this much in this game. A lot of it is more when you help someone, you help everyone, which, because it's tied back to May, I think is stronger for this particular game as kind of the big catchphrase.
Yeah, I mean, he's already been through that phase, so they don't want to be, like, rehashing old stuff, I suppose. Alright, I've spent my designated time with the homeless. Now let's go be Spider-Man.
Yeah, just to fulfill that government obligation. You guys spend 10 minutes a day with the homeless. Oh, really?
That suit looks fucking good. I don't care what you think.
Well, what I think is clearly the opposite.
You want me to change it? I'm at your beck and call, right?
Well, hey, it's gotten enough time. Let's go ahead and change it up.
Changing it every few minutes. I expected it to go on for a bit longer. But okay, I'll change it.